Hey, it's RKA coming at you live with a 5 in 5. We're talking about 5 ways that you can improve your website without hiring a fancy web designer and doing a whole complicated rebrand. Yes, and I'm trying to do it in 5 minutes today. This is going to be hard, and obviously the name of the game is cutting to the chase, so that's what I'm going to do right now. These 5 tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today about how you can improve your website without hiring a designer, I have distilled. They're kind of like my worst offenders. When I'm auditing a website to see how can I improve this website, what are the best ways that we can make this website work better for the business and for the people who are visiting it, these are the 5 key areas that I see that at least one of them every business owner can improve. There's at least one of them in here for you guys, so I'm just going to hit it right now. Number 1, the number 1 way that you can improve your website without hiring a designer is making your call to action super uber duper clear. It's such my pet peeve when I'm on a website. Not just my pet peeve, it's one of the biggest downfalls of a website, and it'll get in the way of a website success. And that's when you're scrolling through a website, you're on a home page, and you get to the bottom, and you have no idea what to do there. And this typically can happen for one of 2 reasons. 1, the website is way too cluttered. It's just full of stuff. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. It's just a jungle. And we'll get to the clutter issue in a couple of minutes. And the second way, even with simple, clean, minimalist, really streamlined websites, as I go through the homepage, I get to the bottom and I don't know what to do. It's, the call to action is either buried, it's not jumping off the page, or it's not even there. There's not a next step for me. I don't know what to do if I want to deepen the relationship or go to the next step with that business. And so an easy way that you can do this is by using color. In every brand color palette, there should be a pop color, a color that just pops out of the palette and draws the eye and draws the attention. And that's the color that you should be using for your calls to action. That's the color you should be using for buttons and for links, and you should be using it consistently all the time so that my eye is drawn there and I'm drawn to click into my next step. So color is going to be huge, and color is also part of number 2. Number 2 way to improve your website without hiring a designer is to use consistent colors and fonts. And what I'm talking about basically at its most basic is a style guide. A style guide at its heart is just a rule book for how you want your brand to look and feel. And so you want to be using, at the very least, consistent colors and fonts all the way, not just throughout your website, but in all of your marketing assets, whether it's your social media images, your business cards, if you're creating ads, whatever it might be, consistent colors and fonts, folks. And this is why I really love to recommend this tool to people, Canva for Work. If you're not a super techie designer person, you don't want to learn how to be a designer, but you still want to create awesome images for your brand and maintain consistency, which builds trust, it helps build brand awareness, it helps your visitors know that they can depend on you and your brand, then you can use Canva for Work. And what's awesome about Canva for Work, and I'm not getting paid for saying this, I mean literally I'm saying it because I love them, is you can program in your brand fonts, your brand colors, so they're at the ready, so that you can use them in all of your assets, whether you're creating, graphics for your website or for social media or whatever it might be. You have those at the ready. Canva for Work allows you to do that. Love it. So using consistent colors and fonts. Don't want to just be willy-nilly with the colors and fonts we're using on the website. We want it to be consistent across all of our assets. And that leads me, talking about aesthetics, that leads me to number 3. Woo! We're almost at 4 minutes. Number 3 way to improve your website without hiring a designer is going to be photography. Now this can mean having a brand new photo shoot and getting brand new brand photos for you, or product photography. But also another little makeover secret that you can do is to go back through your blog's featured images and upgrade those, make those over. Here's another thing to add to your style guide. You want the photos and the imagery that you use in your brand to be consistent too. And you ideally want them to complement your color palette. And so here's a little trick, a little tool that I use that I freaking love. Pexels.com is a really great free stock photo site that aggregates stock photos from all across the internet. And one little trick that I love to use is you can actually search. If you put color, you can actually search for your hex code for colors that for photos that are using your brand colors, using the hex code, which is the web code for, the colors in your palette, you can actually search Pexels using the color codes. Go to Pexels.com right now. Go look for their color search tool. It's freaking amazing. And that allows you to look for colors that you can't, look for photos that mix and match with your brand color palette and make over your blog featured images or just the images in general that are used on your website. So you can either update with a brand new photo shoot or make over those images. Oh my gosh, we're at 5:20, whatever. We're living life. We're on our seats. 5 and 5, we're making it happen. All right, let's just jump into number 4. Number 4 way you can improve your website without hiring a designer is going to be to trim down that copy and to declutter. And so I was talking before about being on a website where there's so much going on that you don't know what to do next. And one big factor in that, especially that I see on home pages, are home pages that go on and on and on and on forever. So much copy, and oftentimes there's not even headlines in there. It's just like Times New Roman, point size 12, all this copy. Guess what, guys? People aren't reading it. And it's causing people to get so bored, at the very least on your website, or just so overwhelmed with all of the copy that they're bouncing off. You want to trim down that copy, and you want to use something that I call the 10-second test. You want to scroll up and down your home page, and in 10 seconds, the question is, if I just go up and down your home page in 10 seconds, can I get the gist of who you are, who you serve, what sets you apart, and whether or not you're right for me? Can I get the gist of that? Because if I can't in 10 seconds, you got to trim it down. Trim down that copy. And speaking of trimming down, here we are. We're at number 5. It might not have been in 5 minutes, but you know what? It wasn't in 20. Number 5 way to improve your website, and it's just piggybacking on number 4, is we want to declutter and we want to get rid of anything that isn't serving us. A lot of the times I'll have clients that come to me and their websites have sort of like collected stuff over the years. They've collected affiliate links, and they've collected graphics that link to programs that they're not really selling anymore, and they've collected all these pages, and drop-down menus and dead ends on their site. Places on their site that you go, and when you're there, there's nowhere else to go other than off of the website. So we want to get rid of all that stuff. We want to audit the website and look at it with the lens of, is everything on my website right now in service to my business goals today and in service to the type of relationship that I want to be building with my client? Because if I got all this other stuff on here that's distracting people and cluttering up the page, it's going to get in the way of me and those goals. It's been 7 minutes and 22 seconds according to my calculations, so I think it's time for me to wrap up this 5 and 5. As much as it didn't happen in 5 minutes, I feel like it felt like 5 minutes, didn't it? And that's good enough for me. It's been awesome. For more information about what you should prepare and ways that you can improve your brand presence and your digital presence without hiring a web designer, I want you to go to don'thireawebdesigner.com. Check it out. Got some really good stuff for you there. And otherwise, hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.